Why hello, my lovely Vigilant fire placements. How are you? Quick announcements before we begin. My readings are back open. I have 2 distinct ones now. I know they are ever changing, but for right now, this is how they are staying. $25 is an owl sight reading where you can either get a full-blown reading on where you are in your shadow work, your inner child work, or just mundane and general stuff in general, or just how you're doing in your spiritual path as a whole. So, yeah. And then the second one is Owl Checkup, which is a $10 reading, where you can get a mini reading on either your shadow work, inner child, if you have one question, or just need quick advice. But personally, I don't recommend getting a mini reading on shadow work if you are the type of spiritual person that needs like a whole book in order to understand versus just a chapter for it to click. Okay? All right. Because I had a couple clients where they wanted more questions and then got upset when I said, okay, that's extra, because that's how that goes. $10 is one question, not 5. Just saying. And I accept Cash App right now only. Okay. Not Vimeo, not PayPal, just Cash App. Trying to see anything else. Nope. Okay. Let us continue. Sorry, nose itched. My Vigilant Owls. My Vigilant Fire placements. Your card focus for your inner child work is the solar plexus, particularly Enlightenment. And if you are coming from the weekly collective divine child, perception is the main focus. So particularly, this could also connect to your perception on how you gain enlightenment. Enlightenment is a very broad word. It could be light, it could be information, it could be finances, it could be people, energy in general. If you've been really tired, where do you get your energy from? How do you replenish your energy? Do you go to your inner child and say, hey, how are we gonna figure out why I'm so tired? Or do you just let your inner child talk? You don't listen to them and you just go off and do your own thing. Where are you getting this enlightenment from? Anyone can have enlightenment. The crackhead down the street can have enlightenment. I used to live in New York. You know how many people would just be rambling the most conscious stuff ever at the corner store? You can get information and knowledge from anywhere as long as you're paying attention. And the angel number that came through with this card is 663, which is... Wait, let's see. That's 12, so that's 3. So again, that's 6. I was expecting 666, but then 3 came out, so balance. As I was pulling the card, I thought another 6 was going to come out, but it didn't. Anyway, over here. So your angel number, more explained. Worry and stress invite negative energies and blockages to the flow of abundance and prosperity in your life. Therefore, release and surrender your fears to the angels and allow yourself to receive ample supply into your life. Trust that you will be provided for and your need will be met. And be open to receiving guidance and assistance to the most unusual and unexpected places and ways. Okay. Unusual and unexpected ways. And they had me write down a second one for a bit more clarification, I suppose. The most difficult challenges are often blessings in disguise, as they give us opportunities to go within and find our own light. So just because one book is giving you their understanding, and another book is giving you their understanding of something. And when you look at lectures, if you look at videos, they give you their understanding. It's up to you to go within with that enlightenment you got and come up with your own personal understanding of what that meant. Because you can't get into heaven with someone else's keys. You got to make your own keys to get through the gate. Okay. Like I said in the beginning when I even started this channel, I can only show you the door. It's up to you whether you choose to walk through it or not. It's up to you whether you want to use the right keys to open the door. You can have a million keys, like a Willy Wonka or the janitor custodian that you remember at your school, but you got to know which key goes in what door to unlock it and walk through it. Anyway, I'm not going to keep going rambling about keys. It's a spirit guide, so anyway. All right, so it's going to be, so for my placements, it's going to be, so collective wise, it's mind, body, and soul, how you're going to align. And with my placements, you're going to be getting stop, start, and continue. Okay, and then we're going to pull all of these. My Vigilant, fire placement, Sag, Leo, and Aries. Oh, okay. What are they continuing? I'll take that. Okay. Balance. How are they gonna balance this out? I am not taking these. They got me taking so many cards. I'm not taking 3 this time. I only allowed it for divine. Can I get 1, please? I just want 1. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate the spirits. Oh, I have so much gratitude for my spirit team, especially recently. All right. All right. Stop, start, and continue. So. You need to stop just taking information and just moving along. 6 of Swords is moving away from, is traditionally known for moving away from things, hardships. But here, since it's in the stop here, stop just reading a book and then going to the next book. Stop watching a video and then going to digest what you are coming across. Really sit with yourself and really comprehend and understand what that means for you. Because you're just collecting. You see how these swords here they're going across the river. So you're going across your emotions, your spirit. The spirit is showing almost you the way to go. And as you go along the way, you're picking up all of these swords. And right now, the swords aren't feeling like hurt or anything. It just feels like the swords are information. You're just holding on to information. Eventually, all of this information that you're holding on to, it's going to sink your boat. And then you're going to end up drowning in a bunch of spiritual madness and chaos because you're not digesting. You're supposed to take the information and knowledge, get the wisdom from it, use it for what it's meant to, and then discard it because it no longer serves you. It's kind of like you constantly holding on to like kind of a specific belief that worked for you in one cycle or one chapter in your life, and you're taking it with you in another chapter that's going to end up hindering you. So stop doing that. You can't always hold on to these lessons forever. You understand them, you place them where they need to go, and you move on. But don't just keep taking and holding on to it, because eventually you're going to end up feeling drowned within your own body emotionally because you don't know how you ended up hoarding all of this energy. Okay. What you need to start doing is, you got the Sun card here. Start releasing this energy. You know how the sun is just this big ball of just energy that it's technically the soul. A lot of people say this is the fake sun, whatever the fuck, whatever. The sun, it radiates energy. Imagine if the sun did not warm up the earth. It would possibly implode on itself from just holding in all of that energy and not just giving at least some of it to earth. You got to release some of this energy in order for you to get back what you actually need. And that's where you can find the happiness. And that's when your inner child is going to be like, yay, we can play in the sun now. Holding on to all like the creativity, holding on to all of possibly burdens, holding on to too much is not good. You're going to end up exploding within yourself. And now we have continue. The Magician. See how he's surrounded in yellow here? And he's guiding his energy to manifest what he wants. That's what you need to be doing. Really manifest, using all of this knowledge to transmute it into what you want to see in your physical reality. Not just keeping it all in your head so that you stay in your head and you just have this amazing reality within your mind, but it's not showing in your physical reality. And now we have the taming power of the great. Self-discipline, concentration, strengthen your character from within, self-awareness, and realizing your potential. So you're disciplined enough to be able to sit still and absorb information, but not disciplined enough to know what to do with that information. You also have to guide yourself. And so for instance, say you're baking a cake. You know how to go to the store, get the ingredients you need, read the recipe to create the cake, but you don't know how to put it into action. It's simply throwing in the ingredients, stirring it around and pouring it in the pan and putting it on. But do you know what goes in first so that your cake doesn't come out all types of ways? You can't put the egg and oil and then put in the dry and the sugar, because you're going to get lumps and then your cake's not going to come out good. Or you need to know what degree to even set it on so that when you go away, your cake isn't burnt because you put it on 500 and then you left it for the amount of time it said on the box. The box said 350 and leave it for 30 minutes in the oven. You put it on 500 and left it for 30 minutes and you're wondering why the cake is burnt. Yes, you have the discipline to sit and have certain disciplines, but you need to know the full circle of the disciplines to have the proper execution. Intention matters, but if you aren't following the cause of that intention and then seeing how it affects so that you can study like what went wrong, because sometimes even if you have good intention, it doesn't come across that way, basically. So you need to learn other forms of discipline in order to fully physically manifest if you've been having trouble with that, or figuring out how to use the information, because sometimes we have information and we don't know how to use it. Like you can know how to bake a cake, but you don't know how to make the cake. Like you know what goes in the cake, you know how to put it in the oven, but you don't know the ingredients in it. It's that kind of holding on to fragments as well. All right, let's read this. Enlightenment Topaz. Hold on, let me find the actual card first. Okay, cool. All right, the opportunity to make an enlightened decision is inherent to Topaz. A journey of true destiny is the vibrational energy here. Regal gold and earthy brown mixed to create something spectacular. Your experience will guide others. Enlightenment Topaz. If I seek peace, I must embrace my fears. The legend. Topaz is a renowned spiritual teacher. People travel to hear his wisdom. His journey up a mountain to seek private counsel with the great servant. When a young boy stops him, the boy asks, if enlightenment is to be found in my own mind, how do I get there? The moment before he disappears into the mist, Topaz replies, through your fears. Inspiration. Okay, they want me to read the story again. Sorry. Topaz is a renowned spiritual teacher. People travel to hear his wisdom. He is journeying up a mountain to seek private counsel with the great servant when a young boy stops him. The boy asks, if enlightenment is to be found in my own mind, how do I get there? The moment before he disappears into the mist, Topaz replies, through your own fears. Inspiration. At this time, your journey is more important than your destination. Remember, if you face your fear, you will grow stronger. Relief awaits. Personal inquiry. My thoughts always drive my choice. How can I use my thoughts to heal myself? Key ideas. Path to enlightenment. The reluctant sage. Taking time alone to connect. Trusting your intuition. Needing solitude. Time for reflection. Keywords. Support, courage, confidence. Meditation. Write down 3 fears. Meditation. Write down 3 fears. Then close your eyes. Imagine these fears staying with you always. Then imagine them one by one, walking in faith alongside you. Stride through the garden of fear and allow them to stay behind. What is more painful, keeping your fears or releasing them? The choice is yours. Alrighty, my lovely fire placements. That was your chakra check-in for your inner child to align with. I hope that did resonate and that will help you this week on staying a bit balanced within. Alrighty, that is all I got for you. Hopefully I see you in the comments. Peace.